NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Stafford. That swung out wide to Harris. Powers through him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kalen Ballage His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Raiders 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way. So that tells me that they've got all their extreme confidence.
Second and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Flush to his right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Second down at 4. Working from the gun. Rodgers to Barkley on the check down. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run it with Balaj. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Second and 8.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong way. 50. Hey, you block over here.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Steeler first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Steelers.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a play fake it at Stafford. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Balaj. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Stafford on 3rd down. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Stafford now to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a give to Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Stafford on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Second and 10.
Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it'll be third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
We got this.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Harris going to get it again on second down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap. 57's Mike 57.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, Stafford able to hit his target, Claypool. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On second down, this is Harris. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
Stafford. That's swung out wide to Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Hey, 626. Bang, bang. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On play action, Rodgers. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, take 26.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He's screaming. He's checking crack.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Stafford. It's brought in by Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Second down at the 34-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And the Steelers first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Balaj. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the Raiders have got him. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Stafford. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now it's Stafford. He gets it complete to Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Complete to Najee Harris. It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, we got 3.
Now Rodgers. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And again, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 72 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A gain of 15.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. Escapes the defender. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.